Yeah, hi, I'm Raina Cohen. I'm a third-year boarder from PA.
What made you decide to eventually prioritize SGA this year?
Yeah, so this was a really big decision for me that I spent a lot of time reflecting on even into last year. So as you know, I'm sure I've been involved in the Honor Council for a long time. I'm a prefect, I'm a head prefect. I'm in a lot of other organizations that I talk about during the caucus and I'll talk about during the debate. But what really got me interested in being SGA president was when I was reflecting on what I wanted to do senior year, what legacy I wanted to help leave on Hill as a community. I saw something that I kept coming back to was the potential that I saw in the SGA as an organization. And I think there's a lot of strength there and a lot that we can build off of, right? And so I kept looking at this and coming up with ideas in ways that I thought the SGA could become this organization that brings the entire student body together. And I wanted to give back to the community that I love. I am so grateful for my time at Hill and the people I've met here. And I wanted a role that was inclusive of the entire student body and that I could work with to go off of that potential that I saw and bring all of the knowledge from the other organizations I've been a part of into that and help work as a whole with the entire student body.
What's your favorite moment at Hill, the community?
I would say, so my J-ball team, third basers, we got to the championship game last year of the sort of underformed league. And J-ball as a whole, I think, is an amazing tradition we have that really brings the community together, which is sort of part of the ideas I'm working on as what I want to do as president, but specifically to my favorite memory. So it was the championship game, which was also the day of Strawberry Festival, and almost the entire community was out on the pitch. It was a sunny day. We won the game, and everyone was smiling and happy, and the whole community was there, and everyone was cheering. And I remember just looking around and realizing how amazing this community was and how amazing the people were, and how having events like that and having things that people look forward to, just the springtime in general as well, it brings the community together and what we look like as a whole, as a community when we're involved and when everyone is there, and specifically with your friends, the people you love, and the entire community coming together. And I think that memory is really something that embodies that.
What are the things you want to do specifically as the SGA president?
So I guess the first thing that I want to do, the sort of prerequisite to all of my other ideas, is I want to start within the SGA. The SGA's job, I believe, and I'm certain everyone can agree on, is being the telephone, I would say, between the students and the administration. And I think the first thing that has to happen is that bi-directional communication between the SGA and the students needs to be established. The SGA's job, in my mind, their first job before anything else can be successful, is making a deliberate and effective effort to reach out to the students and get student input and be that sort of inclusive, completely representative student voice. So my first thing, I have a lot of ideas of the SGA reaching out face-to-face and also electronically, because I think we've sort of been trying to focus electronically in ways, and I think we should build off of that. So one of my ideas, I talked about these during the caucus, but just to recap, a couple of my ideas are the SGA sort of announcing maybe during seated lunch that night there will be an SGA table, and I think this would be something that SGA should do once a week, once every other week, and having sort of an informal buffet dinner table with all SGA reps, and people can come sit down, have informal, casual conversations with SGA reps, really a place and a convenient time for everyone, because almost everyone has to go to dinner, right? And there's a specified SGA table. People can come, have a casual, informal conversation, give ideas or ideas for proposals to the reps are taking notes and bring that to meetings. Another idea I had is form meetings. I think that's a really useful time that we're already there. You're already with your form, and form's rep specific job is to be representative of their forms, right? So I think we should use that time. We've never used more than half of the form chunk in my entire time at Hill. I think the SGA rep should take 2 or 3 minutes to first brief their form on what the SGA is doing, and then any students that want to stay can stay for another 5-10 minutes, give ideas to reps, bring that there. I think surveys need to be more often, just because of course we're busy, like not everyone's going to come to the dining hall. Some people don't want to talk face-to-face with SGA reps. So I think we need to be more purposeful as a community, and specifically the SGA's job to keep that dialogue going. The second thing I think that sort of leads into that is restructuring the SGA, and not exactly restructuring, but I think that once that first step is achieved, right? Once we have all these awesome ideas and we're getting student voices coming together and the SGA is truly inclusive and representative of the entire student body and people's opinions, I think then we need to work on how does the SGA be more productive? How do we use those weekly meeting times, right? To get things done as quickly as possible. And I would say the third thing, the biggest issue not the biggest thing that I want to emphasize is sort of what I was talking about with that J-ball memory. I think communal wellness and happiness is what Hill is all about, right?